Step it away. Wait. Try to turn down the sound, please. Mayor Morris, speaker shortly. Welcome everybody to a special meeting of the City Council of the City of Pearsall. It will be held today, Monday, March the 4th, 2019. 7 o'clock. First off, we consider roll call, please.
Mr. Harold, we will call roll for this one for the second. We did notice a possible form instead of agenda, so just call in order and just get started.
Let's go ahead and do the invocation of the congregation, please.
Y'all in pray. Dear Heavenly Father, Lord God, thank you for this day. Bless you for giving us your word, God, guide us. Thank you for the opportunity to see the day, and really to see the Pearsall, and thank you for the word, God. We pray for you, God, we need to see that live within yourself, and the city of Lord. Lord God, we know that every new word is God, and the city of Lord. We watch for us, and Lord God, we pray that we will. Thank you for strength, thank you for the community, thank you for the God, we just pray you back to that, and we need to pray you. Pray in the city of Jesus Christ,
to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Discussion regarding the first Frio County Jail and future plans.
So the two cities posted this as a notice of possible format, posted this as an agenda. So it would be an official meeting because we're planning on taking any action tonight. However, now that we have everybody in the same room, just wanted to start talking about the purpose of this meeting, the reason the city of Dilley the city of Pearsall requested this meeting with the county commission was to continue the discussion that started last week when the two cities met in joint session in Dilley. So I just kind of want to go over kind of a synopsis of what we discussed in Dilley, and then we can start getting some conversation about our concerns and some conversation about where we can go from here. So the two cities have reviewed a copy of the Texas Jail Commission remedial order issued to the Frio County Sheriff on February 11, 2019. In said order, the Commission clearly states in paragraph 6 that the Commission on Jail Standards granted to the Executive Director the authority to issue a remedial order to close the Frio County Jail if the jail did not pass its next unannounced inspection conducted by Commission staff. This remedial order significantly impacts the cities of Pearsall and Dilley. After the orders received by Frio County, city officials were informed that the sheriff had made statements suggesting that the jail were to be closed and the county could take care of their own and the city would have to figure out what to do with anyone they arrested. This not only added to our concerns, it made them far worse. Coupled with that, the county has stated that the interlocal agreement between the city of Pearsall and Frio County basically carries no weight if the sheriff refuses to accept the arrestees from the city, and that agreement could be ended with 30-day notice. The city understands that the sheriff is a constitutionally elected sheriff, and with that comes a significant amount of power. That power is granted to the sheriff so that he can provide for the safety of all the citizens of the county he's elected to serve. We do not see that being done at this time for the citizens of Frio County. A review of the remedial order shows that the directive to grant the last strike authority to the executive director was not from a single instance. There have been multiple failed hearings and inspections that have led to this order. We realize that the Commission has granted additional monies to the sheriff or a consultant to offer another set of recommendations. A new jail administrator has been appointed after one was granted to the sheriff. Our questions are very simple. When do these things that were granted and given to the sheriff lead to results? An administrator was hired before. We want to know who determined if that person was qualified to run a jail. What were the qualifications used for selection? What are our assurances that the new administrator, hired to the best of our knowledge without the job interview being advertised as vacant, is qualified this time? Quite honestly, how can you expect any of us to have confidence that decisions made that do not follow good hiring practices? With a failing jail, why was the administrator position not advertised to solicit the best possible applicant we can get? Backed into a corner right now, there is no possible way we can provide anything but a vote of no confidence in the plan to fix the jail that we are seeing, if it can even be called a plan, or if the sheriff can accomplish remediation of the issues that have been listed by the Texas Commission on Jail Standards. With all that said, we must face a potential public safety emergency situation that we have no control over as cities. A situation that could financially damage our cities in a way beyond any natural disaster we might face. A situation that could endanger the safety of our citizens. A situation that we cannot sit back and wait and see what happens. As competent local governments, we must act, and we must act now. The city governments have no authority over the sheriff. However, the county commission does. The power of the purse strings is a very powerful tool. So we ask you, when will you use the tools that you have available to you to protect the citizens of Pearsall and Dilley, which constitute 80% of your constituents? Without utilizing that tool, we see no hopeful outcome in the interaction between the commission and the sheriff. There are two other avenues that we would be willing to discuss tonight to protect the cities and the citizens of our communities. Either of these options will allow for both Pearsall and Dilley to have some security for their citizens. While they are not the best case scenarios, they do alleviate the public safety concerns of the cities. One option would be a guarantee from the county commission that should the jail be ordered to be closed, Frio County would guarantee to reimburse the city of Pearsall and the city of Dilley any and all expenses incurred from that closure. Those expenses would include additional employees needed, equipment, fuel, detention costs, medical, and any other expenses that would be incurred by the cities that are not currently incurred. If the county commission is willing to guarantee that, we would be able to go home and watch the process the commission continues to go through with the sheriff until completion. Option two, and the least desirable, would be a guarantee that Frio County will return to the city of Dilley and the city of Pearsall every tax dollar collected from the residents inside both municipalities every year from the day the jail is closed forward. Option three is for the sheriff to agree to turn the jail over to the commissioners. Under this option, the commission must have control to complete an open and thorough hiring process to seek out the best jail administrator we can find. Further, the cities need to be involved in this process. This needs to be a community effort. This option must also come with a guarantee of no interference from the sheriff on new jail administration. Barring agreement on the above scenarios, the city of Pearsall and the city of Dilley have very limited options in this situation. We do not share the same confidence in the sheriff that the commission demonstrates in their decisions to fund additional options he puts forward. We're backed into a corner, and we cannot see many options, save for the nuclear option in Chapter 87 of the local government code to protect our citizens. That option must be the final option that we have to use. That's all our council members should say what they're going to think.
City Council from Pearsall Council from Dilley, the way I understand is, I think, you're all thinking that we failed another inspection, they're gonna close the jail as soon as they're through with the inspection, which that is not true. What's gonna happen, they're gonna write up the county, then when we go back in May, that's when their remedial rules gonna take effect. It's not gonna take effect anytime soon. But again, I think it's, you're all, asking for a lot of responsible sheriff, which we all on the same page also, but again, he's not here right now to defend himself. But again, I think, if y'all think that you need to go that route, I guess I'd go ahead and do that, but again, you're thinking that this jail is gonna be closed anytime soon, and it's not. If you want, you can call Mr. Moon and find out from that too, but we're not gonna do anything right now. I'd rather, if you guys wanna go that route, that's fine with us. And then we'll just we'll bring it back again in the next commissioner's court and go from there. But I don't know what else, we can tell you. We're in the same situation with the sheriff also. So again, do what you gotta do if you think.
Guys, as always, it's great to be together with the municipalities here and the governments. And as we look at this, I think the primary concern is, and I know the process, but the real concern is what's going to happen if the jail is closing. There is some debate possibly if they do another inspection. The letter says that it will be immediately closed. Now, whether that means it's going to be after the appeal process or whatever that may take, but the fact of it is that we're staring at a real dire emergency if that happens. In the event of it do happen, if it closes, we just roughly on average arrest 60 folks a month, and we take them to the jail, we cover that expense for the first 3 days, and then the county picks that up for us at that point. Whether they continue to stay in jail or they get released. But that is one of the things that the county does for us, and for that, of course, the citizens inside the city limits of Pearsall pay and really pay a very hefty amount of taxes to the county. And so it is an agreement that the county does that for us, but it's a very important and very vital agreement. And so the concern is, and I think what the hope is we need to ensure that if that jail is closed, and I heard you, and I heard what's happening is that you don't think it's going to happen and you have a plan in place, but if it does, we are in deep trouble. Because A, we don't have money at all to facilitate the prisoners and the movement to a new jail in Petula or in Jerton. We don't have the manpower to haul them over there and bring them back, which would significantly reduce our police force, the expense of the safety of our citizens. And so, in that, you provide that coverage for us in return for the tax dollars that we send you. Then with your assurance that it's not going to be closed, that's fine. I'll take that, but I would like the assurance that in the event that it is closed, that you would take care of our prisoners like you're going to take care of your prisoners. And I would hope, for the benefit of the citizens of Frio County, that it doesn't close. Because I know that will be an expensive venture for yourself and us as counties individually. But I think that's the desire. I know there's no other outcome from my perspective other than to get a solution. It is a very open-ended solution if we can't, if this jail closes. And so anyway, I don't want to repeat myself over and over again, but I know I have real concerns that it could, and it may have to be a week, a month from now, or 2 months from now, but this letter is very plainly stated that you've got 2 strikes, and there's 1 left. And so that is the purpose why the City of Dilley and the City of Pearsall got together and voted unanimously to move forward with an option if nothing is presented to us that provides any security whatsoever. So, again, I'm very happy to be a part of this, and I appreciate the county coming, I appreciate Dilley coming, and there is a solution here, and I hope and pray that we can come to agreement together to do something to mutually benefit for the county, as well as for the city of Dilley and the city of Pearsall.
So I'm not quite sure why it is that we understand one thing and we're telling us another. And then the letter is here, so I don't know if Bonnie can explain it or Joseph can explain it to us so that we can all be on the same page. Because we understand that one more time that it doesn't pass, it's going to be closed. Not that, okay, if it doesn't close, I mean, if we don't pass, then we still have how much time before it closes. I'm not sure that we understand that, or I don't understand it.
So you all read the remedial order, which states, again, that if we fail another inspection, the jail will be closed. Immediately upon receipt of that order, just like unfortunately the last time the jail was closed, we requested a stay of that order, okay? Basically what that means is that order is placed on hold, okay? It has no force and effect until we can go back up to Austin and meet with the Jail Standards Commission to present our case and hopefully the progress that we've made between now and then. At that point, they will decide if they want to reject our appeal, our request for a stay of that order, and put the order into effect. So as of right now, the order exists, it was issued under the order, it has been stayed, so it is not currently in effect. Is that, Bobby, is that roughly your understanding of the situation?
As it reads, and for the benefit of those here, I typically visit with Joseph because he's in constant contact with the commission and is in a much better position than I am to determine what's going on with respect to potential closure. So I would defer to whatever you indicate they are telling you.
Sure.
As what the position is going to be at this point in time. We're just, of course, as has been indicated on this end, just concerned about the potential and want to be prepared in the event that the worst case scenario.
Of course. Does that clear your question?
Well, so basically, I mean, we don't know. Even if you do go and appeal it, we still don't know, correct?
Just like with anything, yeah, that is true.
Joseph, did you say we're in a stay position right now?
That's correct.
Define that.
It basically just means that the whole thing has been put on hold, pending a review at the jail commission, which will probably happen sometime in May.
Okay. Well, from the county's perspective, do you all feel that you have a problem?
That's not a legal question. I do not feel that that's in my purview to answer.
Could you pass the mic?
Certainly.
To someone that could answer that question.
What was the question again?
Judge, do you feel like you have a problem with the jail at the county?
Then what are the problems?
Well, that could potentially close.
mean, the concern is that, we've got this letter from the jail commission that says strike 2 and one more strike, you're out. Now, we're hearing, no, strike 2 because there's been 2, what? Oh, is that too much?
It feels like a bit of a mischaracterization, that's like.
Well, there's been 2, Joseph, from my perspective, there's been 2 inspections and they both failed, and it says the next one, and we're going to give you a immediate one close, so that's 3.
I understand the first strike, and saying that, just do it all now, that's all I'm saying. I'm not trying to start running.
Okay, well, certainly I'll allow you to make that statement, but it still looks like there's 2 things that have happened, and then we've got one more, and it's gonna go. So I guess the question is, I perceive that there's a problem. I think the council perceives that there's a problem. Dilley perceives that there's a problem. That could impact us terribly. And whether it's a month or 60 days or 90 days, I understand that there's still some variable. But that is the purpose of why we're here. So again, if we could get the county, which basically is saying that we've got this, we're going to take care of it. Outstanding. But in the event that it doesn't get taken care of, can you give us assurance that you will take care of our prisoners as you're doing now? And that's, I know that is in the best interest of us. Guys, we roughly, the citizens inside the city of Pearsall roughly provide a tax base to the county of about 2.6 million. You provide dispatch, you provide EMS, thank you very much, and you provide jail service. I'm sure your deputies do some patrolling inside the city limits, but I'm not sure that the value of what we receive is equal to 2.6 million. I know that the citizens inside the city limits of Dilley provide somewhere around $1 million. And so therefore, again, you guys, with recent meetings that we've had together, are aware of our financial situation, and that, whatever that figure is, and it'd be a hypothetical figure to say that in 2019, 2020, if we had to bear the burden of taking care of our inmates, prisoners, it would be $500,000, $600,000. It depends on how many we arrest, so on and so forth. But it is a figure that we cannot, we can't meet that obligation. And if we were, it would water down our law enforcement staff. So therefore, by virtue of what we, the citizens of Frio, Pearsall, and Dilley provide to the county, we're asking that, thank you for addressing this and taking care of it, but in the event that it's not taken care of, please meet that requirement for us, that obligation of taking care of our inmates. And I believe that's our request.
Okay. Then I think the biggest problem is administrative right now in the jail itself. That's where they've been coming and they've been not keeping log. Looking at the inmates, they gotta keep an eye on every 15 minutes. They're supposed to do a check on them. And that's where the problem is. And I'm saying this because I was there with Mr. Goodman. They looked at that. They gotta keep an eye on the inmates again every 15 minutes. And they haven't been done. And they gotta write it down. They haven't been doing that either. So really, right there, and also with the training, that's what we're working on with the sheriff. Make sure that all the jailers get trained right, and that's what we're working on right now. Make sure that they all get trained, and then also we're going to train the administrative people that's qualified and certified to run the jail. So I think we're really more positive right now to take that over. So I don't think they will be that.
I have a legal question. I hear that the City of Pearsall and City of Dilley's main concern is that they'll be left on their own with their inmates. But since we're bound to take care of inmates by an interlocal agreement, is the interlocal rendered invalid by the closure of the jail?
It's been a while since I've looked at it.
I was just trying to, it's the one document I didn't bring.
I have not really answered that question yet. It's been a long time since
So we might be,
I was going to say, sure.
What is it the county doing proactively to maybe avoid the closure or just, what have y'all done proactively? I'm in development with, I know something, I read something in the paper, something about hiring a new general manager, or what steps are the commission taking in order to?
Well, we agree with the sheriff, we did hire a part-time administrator to make sure that, in fact, I used to work with the jail commission before. So he knows what has to be done at the jail, and that's what we have right now with the sheriff, so. But we do have an administrator, but again, there's a lot of work to be done to make sure that everything is being taken care of, as far as like I was telling Mr. Briscoe, that, they have to go out there and keep an eye on it once again. And, that's what we're putting pressure on them to make sure everything's being done.
I think the only thing that really bothered me was the headlines in the newspaper said that probably be our answer. Get another little, okay, it's probably not. I got a little confused in regards to that little comment that we made. So he wasn't too quite sure himself. Could you?
No, if you did say that, I don't know.
Exactly. And it was just a little concerning to me because it's like,
I think that would be a question for the sheriff, but he said he was in on these meetings.
Yeah, but again, I'm telling you, we do have somebody working with the sheriff right now, so we are keeping an eye on everything.
I have a question. Can I have a question? Just for clarification. The person working for the sheriff, is it just the guy you hired, Mr. Busquets, or do you have a jail administrator? Because you said just right now that you have a part-time administrator because he used to work for the Commission on Standards. I didn't realize he was working for the sheriff. I thought he was just a consultant.
He's a consultant that we hired part-time right now, and just combine, he's gonna tell us what has to be done with the jail anyways again, because he used to work with the jail commission.
So my next question is, he's just a consultant, right?
He's a consultant, that's
Who's
it.
going to enforce his recommendations?
Well, again, I think when he's gonna come back to us, he's gonna have to answer to us, and then we go from there, dealing with the sheriff.
And did the sheriff hire a new jail administrator?
Not a new one, yeah, we have Ms. Carrasco, she's an administrator right now.
Being that we're here, City of Pearsall, City of Dilley, and I'm going to speak for the City of Dilley. We, for many years, have always entrusted the commissioners to be head of our jail. We are here tonight because what has happened is you let that go. It seems to me you were not working and going in and finding out that everything was right. I believe in the commissioners, And it just surprised the heck out of me when I heard that we were having trouble with the jail, that it was gonna close up. Once upon a time, not too many years back, we went to our commissioner's court. And that was because we were told that you all needed with the ambulance. You wanted so much money from the city of Dilley, as much wanted money from the Pearsall city. And we looked into the bookkeeping and you had enough. Or you shouldn't have even been asking us for any. Now, I'm here tonight, whether you have troubles or not, it seems to me like it closed already, and then it's not closed. Now we are having to wait a few more months. Are we playing ball back and forth? We need straight answers. When I heard about this, it just worried me a lot. Having to send prisoners outside our county, it's ridiculous. We trusted all of you. And that's why I spoke to a commissioner when this happened, and I said, you let us know what's going on, and we're coming in. We need to get together. We need to get together with this sister city. And that this minute tonight, I thought maybe I was going to go home with better answers, with a better feeling. And we're not getting anywhere.
Very not to be mean, but we had a commissioner before, Commissioner Flores. Did you ever visit with him, how the jail was running? Did you ever attend the commissioner's court meeting?
I did.
You never attended, since I've been there, you've never attended the commissioner's court meeting?
No, because it got so bad with our school that we really can't get out when I wanted to get out.
Well,
Commissioner, yes, Commissioner, I'm not going to point a finger at Griffith tonight. He's not here to defend himself.
Well, again, but have you attended the commissioner's court meeting? You haven't. And then now you tell us right now that this is new, that you found out that we're going to close the jail, which is not true. So I would invite you to.
Well, that's what I'm saying. If the word got out that it was going to close, and I'm asking.
Yeah, but this has been going on for, we inherited this here, and it's not an excuse, but we inherited it. And again, since you said that you didn't know about it, again.
Communication.
Right, exactly, yes, again, but we inherited this problem, I mean, that's what we're trying to do, fix it also.
Well, we'll work at fixing, but we need better answers.
Well, that's why we're here right now, Mayor, to get answers just that.
Madam Mayor, ma'am. Okay, so in 2017, right about the time or right after the time when the previous sheriff left, was there another jail inspection done? And did Frio County not pass that jail inspection? Yes, they did. So in 2017, you were there. I mean, there was some of you that were there, right? And it was a clean audit. I mean, everything was fine. The inspection was clean. And I'm not trying to argue this point, but in 2017 we had a clean audit. In 2018, after the sheriff had come in, there was a failed audit, correct? There was a failed inspection. That's what the remedial order says. There was a failed inspection. And yeah, it's a repetitive problem back to that failed inspection in 2018, not back 10 years or 20, because in 2017 the inspection was fine. But a short time after the sheriff came in, all of a sudden the inspection is not fine. And since then, everything that's listed in that remedial order says, we told you how to fix it, you told us you were going to fix it, and you didn't. And not only in that remedial order, I mean, we can sit here and argue, or, I mean, I granted, and I agree with what Mr. Maldonado said, Joseph has a lot more conversations with those people than we do because they don't have to answer us when we call the jail commission. But it seems to me that if a commission is going to give an executive director the authority to close something, yeah, there might be a legal move when requesting to stay and get it. But you're in pretty bad shape at the point when the commission gives an executive director the permission to go in and close something if you fail one more time. So May 11, 2018, the inspection was filed, and there was a bunch of non-compliance issues on the minimum standards given to the sheriff. July 2018, Frio County officials respond to the notice that most of the deficiencies have been corrected. August 2018, inspector comes in, makes an unannounced visit and documents a bunch of other stuff that was wrong. The sheriff then goes to the commission, tells them he's fixed everything. July 2019, a few months later, another inspector shows up and says not only has he not fixed those things, but it's digressed more. And then in February, we have another inspection of each of this order. So I don't see that there's progress being made in the jail. This order doesn't say there's progress being made in the jail. This order says that it's going backward, it's not going forward. That's what the order says.
But there has been a change on jail standards, and one of the things that we're not talking about is, you know, over the years, they spend like $1 million on the jail, but to incarcerate people today is an increased burden. Maybe there's where the communication has not been done well. It costs money to incarcerate people if they're sick, if they're psychotic, or they're crazy, or whatever. I guess what was missing that the consultant that I dealt with is, are there new standards that have been imposed? And what are those new standards? And I think that's what the consultant will come back and say, these are the standards that you're not complying with. And on top of that, I think the commissioners, and maybe not this court, maybe the previous court, I don't think we have understood the total cost of what it takes to run a jail. What I'm seeing is increased costs on a regular basis. And I don't know whether I'm going to pay for it, to tell you the truth. I mean, there could be a lot of standards out there, and it may mean an additional tax or fee to do and hire all those doctors or psychiatrists or ambulances or intercoms, cameras, you know, they've been fixing their plumbing, and maybe that's the problem that we're seeing here is, I think they've done some good things, but maybe they haven't articulated what they've done so far.
That's something I'd like to add. Again, I try to stay out of these things and speak on only strictly legal matters, but I've been part of this court for a while now. I've also been a criminal attorney in this county for a long time, and let me tell you, I've spent more time sitting in that jail as an attorney than I would like to, okay? That jail has been in shambles as long as I can remember, which is much longer than a lot of the people on this court have been sitting here today, okay? When Geo had it, and when Geo was upkeeping it, they basically were there running a jail for profit, which means anything that wasn't absolutely essential for profit didn't get done. That's just my opinion. I have watched this court do everything that has been asked of them. Going into county reserves, spending untold sums of money to try to fix that jail. Okay? They have done everything that has been asked of them. And to insinuate otherwise is an insult to my client. Because I've watched them do it.
But that's not even close to what I was doing.
I understand. I wasn't necessarily addressing you. But I just want everybody to understand what these commissioners have done. And they have done everything and looked under every rock and tried to do every single thing. It has been all hands on deck at the county. I've had people comment they've never spoken with a county attorney or a county auditor at the jail commission before. And yet we're all there, all hands on deck, anything we can do to get this off the ground.
And that's probably one of the reasons that there was only one finding when it comes to the building itself. If you read the findings.
That is correct. If you look at the structural issues, those are improving by leaps and bounds.
One thing that was improper, I think, is something with the extra sign. It was all administrative, so the findings are not even pertaining to the structural part of the building. It was all operation, administrative. I mean, the new standards, come on, I read them all last week. It was just basic administrative findings that should have been done by administrative. Yes, it's just not.
People don't understand that. Management and administration. What part do you not understand?
It's all management.
That's
95%.
That's the whole reason I started saying what I started saying. Mr. Trino, you helped make my point. If you want to be the administrator of the jail, you better know how to run the damn thing. Period. I served as a county manager for 3 years. I was responsible for the administrator in that jail. He didn't do his job. It was my job to fire him. Now, this is a different deal because we can't just necessarily fire the person that's the administrator of the jail because of the structure. But there are ways to get control of the administration of the jail. And that's what the focus needs to be on. The building, yeah, it's an old building. I mean, it's going to have some problems. That's part of it. When you start talking about detention centers, they're 24 hours a day. It's not like a city hall or a county courthouse where you're there 8 hours out of the day and it extends the life of it. You're there 24 hours a day and they get worn out faster and things break faster and you have all that stuff too. But looking at the things that are in here, now there is one place in here where it says that there's only one thing in this letter that can even begin to point anything towards the county commission. And that's a statement that was made by the sheriff, where he said that he had budget constraints that kept him from fixing the problems. He's the one that made a statement to the jail commission, didn't he? All the other statements that are in here, made by the jail commission, are pointing towards the sheriff. They're not pointing towards the commissioners. That goes back to the one point I made earlier, though. You guys have control over him, and I have not seen you exercise the control that you have over the sheriff. You adopt the budget. You control the budget. And you have control over that facility through exercising your authority as commissioners related to the budget. And maybe that's something that we need to start talking about, is how, in exercising that authority, the commission can get control of that jail and get an administrator in that jail that will make sure that we don't fail. And we'll make sure they keep up with the standards. And we'll make sure that we can do those things. You gotta remember, he's right, there's a bunch of standards. We're not talking about running a jail, we're talking about running a 72-hour lockup. Those standards are a lot lower than they are in a full-fledged jail.
I think one of the ideas you could express and communicate a little bit better is that the city of Pearsall does have a chief of police. Dilley has a chief of police. Maybe they can get together, since they're all law enforcement officers. Maybe they can chat a little bit longer with the sheriff.
We tried that. It doesn't work. It makes it worse.
That's right, that's it.
Okay.
We get punishment for that.
Commissioner Camacho, you said that it was administration. So have you ever had a conversation with the sheriff in regards to administration? Maybe, maybe asking him, if maybe it would be in the best interest that maybe, he relinquish his authority over the jail, and he still be the sheriff, relinquish that part of his administration?
No, I haven't.
Well, I just, when you guys said about inheriting the problem, believe me when I say, I know, and most of the people on this council know about inheriting all kinds of issues, but, I mean, what I'm hearing, what y'all are saying is it's administrative. And, how long has he been in office already?
2 years.
2 years, I think that's kind of, I mean, I would think that that's long enough to figure out, hey, this isn't working. And at the last meeting, he did say, you know what? If y'all want to take it, take it. I think at that point, it should have been said, you know what? Yes, we will take it. But I'm not a commissioner. I'm just saying that's how I felt.
Again, I think there might be some misconceptions regarding the statute involved. Basically, the way I understand it, and Bobby can correct me if I'm wrong, but the statute states that the sheriff can agree to abdicate his position as far as running the jail is concerned. The commissioner's court cannot actively just take it from him in that instance.
And that's correct.
Yes.
That's why I asked Commissioner Camacho if you would have that conversation. Maybe you'll welcome that.
He is on the record from a couple of meetings ago. We posed that exact situation to him, and I believe he indicated that that's not something he wanted to do either.
Personally, if I was in his position, You know, because it would be a headache off my shoulder. I mean, it's not working, you know, but to each his own, right?
So how do y'all feel about this, you know, what's going on, you know, with the sheriff?
We have the same concern as you do, the same concerns.
I think,
We have put them aside at all. We've been working very hard at it. We don't know how hard we have to be.
Thank you for that.
We do appreciate the work you put in on it. I think what we're concerned about is not the work you've been putting in on it. Our concern is what is not in your control. You can't force the sheriff to do anything because he's a constitutional officer. He has the authority. You can't force it other than budgetary. You can do some things budgetary. But our concern is that we're going to go broke if we have to house prisoners. That's the bottom line. The cities do not have the money to house prisoners. When we're looking at the cities being in financial ruin, we need better answers than wait and see. And we need some assurances that we're going to have some assistance from the county if this happens. And we're all praying that it does not happen. None of us want this to happen. We just need some assurances that we're going to get the assistance we need to do it.
But as a council member, I would think the worst case would be the jail closes. And I would think the cities would have a contingency plan for that.
The cities don't have the budget to have a contingency plan for that.
You can have a contingency plan, and you can have the funds, yet you can have a contingency plan to say, this one has to be done. I would assume that you're doing that no matter what.
yes.
Yes.
This is our contingency plan. This is what we're doing. We recognize that there is a potential big problem, and so we're reacting. We're reacting to that knowledge. And so, just again, county, and two, thank you for what you guys have done. And we all realize that it is in your purview, but it's an element that you can't necessarily directly impact. But the bottom line is today, you are providing a service, very, very welcome and needed service to the cities of Dilley and Pearsall. So, again, what you can do is just say, hey, we've got this, we're working on this, and in the event the unthinkable happens, we will continue to provide that service, which you're already doing now. It will add an additional expense because it'll be outside the county. But that's I know that's what the city of Pearsall has to have, is just that assurance. And this is our contingency plan because we don't have the budgetary ability to move monies to meet that need. And again, it could be huge. So if I know from my perspective, in order to feel comfortable, that's what I'm going to want to see the county do is say, city of Dilley, city of Pearsall, we've got this, we think we can make it happen, and I believe that you can. And in the event that it does close, we will take care of your prisoners. Thank you.
I think I consulted, when I go to the Commissioners Court, I think they're waiting for that consultant to give them those hard recommendations on operations, right? And once the recommendations are made, I would assume that those will be given to the sheriff to execute, or to clearly execute, or have funds to execute those particular deficiencies.
So we haven't, I mean, he's been given chance after chance and still hasn't come through with outline information that need to be done. I mean, at what point do we still continue to have faith that the sheriff's going to do what he's supposed to do?
And also, just the fact that, oh my God, I just lost it.
It's okay.
I thought that something was going to come back to you guys and recommendations, and not.
So I have an update from legal counsel. There's some legal wiggle room, but Joseph believes that the closure of the jail would not terminate our obligation to take in inmates. So addressing that concern about what would happen with people resident of Pearsall, we're still on the hook for that.
That's part of the insurance. The interlocal agreement is a good agreement. It's an agreement that is for the benefit of Americans, specifically the citizens. But as we know, and Joseph and I discussed this, if it becomes unworkable on your end, it's easily terminated. So part of the assurances I think everybody was asking for is that the county commission can say, regardless of what happens down the road, we will make every effort to honor and continue to enforce the provision of the interlocal agreement, then the cities are going to be fine. Because we still operate under the 3-day payment provision, maximum exposure $150 per detainee, and nothing changes for us. It might be more cost prohibitive for the county, but those are the kind of assurances that we need. And if the county commissioners say, look, we'll fix it one way or the other, even if we have to go to another county. But one way or the other, you guys are going to be covered, we'll honor the agreement, and we'll continue with it enforced as long as we can. Because that's exactly what we hope to walk away from. It alleviates all the concerns that we have in terms of what do we do if we arrest someone, and then have to make provisions to take him or her to another county. So that's a real important thing to raise, because that agreement is what's holding it all together for now. And if it continues, the cities will be fine.
Okay, I think the time has transpired. This is 8 p.m.
Mayor, we can continue this whole discussion. We'll do it.
Okay, all right. We'll continue on.
Again, like I said, same council, both from Dilley and here, the county will be responsible for the inmates that the PD brings in, and the Dilley also the sheriff's office. If that's our obligation, we will honor that obligation. And we will make sure that the inmates are transported out of the county where they have to go. And that's another thing we're looking at, also not having the inmates all over the state of Texas. We're trying to work with 1 or 2 counties itself, that's it. Then again, it takes time and money to transport all those inmates all over the place. But again, our obligation is to also honor the backup and everything too. As far as commissioners go, we will honor the contract that you have. That's what that is. Let me also say, if you don't mind, I appreciate the meeting that we're having right now, but again, we need to work together on this here, and anything that the county can do also, the county can help with the jail. Transport and all that, just let us know, that's what we're here.
Judge, when is the drop date, instead of next week, the drop date that you're either going to close it or not? Is there a date?
No. No, we don't have a date for the area.
There's a lot of some, I would assume it'll be sometime this year.
The appeal process technically is 90 days.
90 days.
It'll finish in May.
So May, we'll get some kind of an answer one way or the other.
Yes.
Mr. Dominguez, I just remember what I was thinking of saying. It was, you just got what you said, that they were waiting for the consultant. but at the same time, that's somebody that the sheriff recommended. And at this point, I wouldn't have any faith in him. I would just be like kind of weary to see if, I mean, did you guys actually look into him to make sure that he actually was a consultant and that he was somebody that was like reputable?
Just to let you know, I've dealt with Mr. Brook. I had the first same thought that every single one of you did when I heard, we have someone who's going to be a consultant. But Mr. Vasquez did work for jail standards. I have dealt with him on multiple times where he's come down and inspected our jail. He has been a jail inspector with Texas Commission for Jail Standards for quite some time. And one of our commissioners did reach out to the commission head, and he was given a glowing review by the jail commission. So, that answers your question.
Can I ask a question? I was wondering why a consultant is needed, because when they're inspected and they tell you it's wrong, they also tell you what corrective action to take. So why is a consultant needed to tell you the same thing? That's a waste of money. I know, because I used to do that. What is a consultant going to do? The same thing is going to tell you what you've already been told. I'm sorry, but that's my opinion.
Well,
I guess a consultant wouldn't be needed if all you wanted to do was stand still.
No.
Okay, but we're not interested in standing still.
I'm not.
The Commissioner's Court, let me answer the question, please. The Commissioner's Court not only are interested in fixing the problems that have currently been identified, they're also interested in identifying the direction that the county wants to go with the jail. And so, again, I understand your point, but the consultant is not only going to allow us to hopefully fix those problems and know that we're addressing the problems that the commission presents in the way that they want them presented. Because again, this is the guy that was coming through our jail with a fine-tooth comb and pointing out all those deficiencies. So not only has he been trained to look for problems, he can help them address the ones we don't even know and help us better identify how we want to proceed in the future with the county jail.
Joseph, is there a presentation that has to be done at Austin in the May timeframe? And if so, who prepares the presentation to the appeals board?
There will, there's a hearing. The county is allowed to make a presentation. They're allowed to hand out materials, exhibits, just about anything they really want to do. And then obviously based on that and any questions that the board of directors would address and the answers they receive, they would then make a decision based upon those two factors. As far as your second question as who would be preparing that, again, I would think it would probably be a joint effort from anybody who's willing, but primarily from the sheriff's department.
I would think that presentation is critical to our appeals process. And I would think that we should have that presentation now by April, so that we can be ready to present that, the board presents that in May. I would think.
Judge, what direction is the jail headed? What do you guys, what direction is the jail headed? I mean, you looking at 72-hour lockup? Are you trying to get the whole thing functional again? Or are you looking at the possibility of bulldozing that one and building a new one that has a separate function? I mean, tell us what are you guys thinking?
Well, right now, we're just focusing on keeping the same goal, because we're still cutting the plumbing, the electrical cameras, and the roof itself. Once we get all that, we're shooting for a 24 hour.
Out of the existing building, or are you looking at?
Out of the existing building now. And like I was saying earlier, because I already invested over $1 million. We're still out there.
Well, and that's my question, Commissioner, is after all this money's been invested you know, done a good job by supporting the sheriff and providing all the funds that he's needed to fix the jail over there in terms of facility issues. But what assurances do we have as citizens of Frio County that once whoever's been hired as a consultant makes his recommendations and he leaves, what assurances do we have that any of that is going to get implemented, that things are going to actually improve, that we're going to have a viable jail, that we're not going to end up in the same place here in about a year or two? Do we have any assurances?
Again, I think you all know the answer to that question. That's why it is a rhetorical question. What guarantee do you have anything in mind? What guarantee do you have that anything, contract, obviously my client is interested in honoring that contract when we are able. I don't know if there's a satisfactory answer to the question.
Well, I'm just referring back to the earlier comment that was made that you also agree that these are mostly administrative issues that we're having with management. Okay? So I would really ask as a citizen of Frio County that you keep that at the forefront of all your thinking. It's a management issue. And I don't know if any amount of money is going to fix that.
I just want to, as a manager, I have to say this. That comment is like the most important comment right now. Because the reality is, if you look at those findings, say for one, in a brand new building, it would have been the same findings. Because it was lack of training, it was lack of documentation, it was lack of, wouldn't have mattered what building, it could have been a brand new facility, and it would have been the same, right? And we got a brand new building for those, and that we can't decide that. That's an issue.
I think the judge mentioned that you spent $1 million. And I guess the only question I'm going to have is, let's assume you have 5 operational deficiencies. And those operational deficiencies means you got to hire additional people with vast experience to complete and make sure that the operations are done correctly. I guess I don't know how much more we can afford. You've already pumped $1 million. How much more can you pump into the jail before you say enough is enough? Can you pump another $1 million? $2 million? No. I mean, at some point, you know, it breaks, right? I don't know what the point is.
Mr. Chairman, I guess, I'll put it this way to everybody here. We're frustrated also the way it's being run. And I think it's going to come to the point where we're going to have to visit with the sheriff, and I'm afraid I'm on record also. We're going to have to, he's going to have to make a choice. And I think we're going to have to ask him to make that choice. If he's not able to run the jail, well, we're going to have to bring him in and ask him, you know, what are you going to do? And again, because we're frustrated also. We give, you know, they give us a run around stuff, and nothing's being done. I was just saying that also. So it's going to come to that point, and it's going to come up pretty soon also. We're going to give them an option. You know, I'm not going to rather than
Any other comments, questions, concerns?
Commissioner, I just want to say thank you for meeting with us, and I know some of these were hot questions and a hot topic, but I heard what I needed to hear, and I believe, and I appreciate you guys, and I appreciate the fact that if things get worse, that you're going to do everything to work with us. And, you know, I think one of the things that's probably missing in the big picture maybe on that side of jail is communication, but I think we're showing that we're solving that. by getting you in beforehand and talking it through. And so I appreciate this, and this is a tough issue, and you guys are working hard to resolve it. But thank you for providing us the answer that if things get really bad, you can continue to do what you can do to help us meet those financial obligations. So thank you, Vicki, Jose, Judge.
It's a hard conversation to have. I mean, it is, but it's a conversation that has to be had. You know, it's not, everybody's frustrated, everybody's worried. You know, this is, I mean, it's everybody. They can be impacted, we can be impacted, you're going to be impacted. And the reality is, you know, the financial impacts of this would be extravagant across the board for everybody. And so we can't just, you know, I think that's the reason the two councils got together, so we can't just sit back and wait. You know, we've got to do something. The people that elected the Dilley Council, the people that elected this council, they don't have to do. They expect people to be looking for a solution and trying to solve this. And you know, these kind of things, this is where stuff gets fixed. Like, this is great, and everybody's so frustrated. Throw some crap in money. But at the end of it, we're all better off, and now, you know, everybody's kind of starting to get on the same page and start moving forward. So that's what.
And I'm hoping that we're all working for the same thing. You know, we are. And I hope you all understand that we're trying our very best. But we're going to honor whether we have here, the contract that we have for us, we're going to honor that. And right now, we're doing everything that's possible. Financially, even more financially. And I was hoping maybe financially, the city of Pearsall City did put us out too, but I don't think so. Financially. I see everybody want to do it. I feel your concern.
So, Judge or Joseph, I'm not sure which one of you can answer this. So, say that you did have that conversation with the sheriff. Say he did offer to give up the jail. So then who would be running it? You guys would appoint someone? But my concern is he's still going to have like a say as to who's going to be there, because I mean his reputation has been, okay, he gets angry, okay, you're fired, okay, never mind, I need you, let me rehire you. Just like he's been with Ray's commission, you know, okay, here, you can have it, oh no, let me have it back because I'm mad at you. I mean, we can't work that way. We can't have him play the odds. So, is he going to be responsible for the hiring and firing of the?
Again, the statute states the Commissioners Court would appoint an administrator. Again, all I can do is tell you based on the statutes that I've read. I have not done extensive research into the issue. I don't know if there aren't any backseats. I honestly haven't really gotten into it that much, but again, if that decision were to be made, the Commissioners Court would have the power to appoint the jail administrator, and I would believe that person would have the authority over the final say of the jail. At least day-to-day operations.
So that person would answer to the commission. I
believe so.
I mean, reality time. The county commissioners pay the salary of everybody over there. Anybody that's not elected official, in actuality, belongs to the commission, because they approve the budget, they create the salary. They may not commission the sheriff's deputies, but the deputies are still employees of the commission.
But they don't have the power to hire and fire those deputies. Every elected official has sovereign authority to hire and fire their employees.
They have the authority to provide funding for those positions to be hired and fired.
Of course. Did I answer everything? Okay.
One last question. In that scenario, would the jail administrator be the final say as to what prisoners are accepted and not accepted?
I'm not prepared to answer that question. I just don't know. I don't know. I think my hunch is to say yes, but I'm
also.
My assumption would be yes, but I don't like to assume.
I don't like to say, I don't like to take uneducated guesses.
I would think that county can honor this contract. Right? It was a contract between the city and the county. We expect that the contract be honored as far as
There's a contract involved, I expect everybody to.
That's it, it comes right there. You already said it earlier, I said it earlier.
There is a contract that was happening in other counties that they have the right to refuse our prisoners. So we had that issue of thinking about it and they're ready back again. Send to because they have the right to refuse our prisoners.
But that's normally based on their facility being full medical condition, right?
It's both medical and physical also, yes.
That's what happens now, but in the event the jail closes, then you have the whole agreement of that too, right?
It's comforting that you say that that's it's very comforting. However, like any other business, I understand that you can always walk away from it as well. If budgetary demands or constraints, you can always walk away. And that's not going to be. So, I take it as it is. You will honor it, but I understand also it should come to a point that if that's the case, the budgetary constraints,
we be thinking about the citizens of Pearsall did that, their safety. So we really did, talk about that.
Thank you very much.
So I think now we're gonna go into executive session.
That's if God dispersed, and then we have to call the other one order. We have a second agenda. We have an agenda for the inside. Thank everybody and thank the commission.
So this time,
They have an agenda, so they have to close, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, as far as the county, item number 1 is Frio County Commissioner request discussed regarding current San Frio County Jail future plans. There is no action on that. Item number 2, documents, resolutions, orders, contracts to be signed. None at all. Also, number 3, an authorized payable, none. And then 4, adjournment, I need a motion to adjourn. Motion made by Commissioner Ascension, seconded by Commissioner Camacho, all in favor? Approved, thank you.